take a second to copy down this question and picture. And the example is that we are going to find x and y if the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Okay, we're going to apply two properties of a parallelogram in one picture. The first one I want to work with is that consecutive interior angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. So we're going to, in order to find x, we're going to use that property. So here's our set of consecutive interior angles, and we know that their sum, so 4x plus 2x minus 6, their sum is equal to 180. So I would add 4x and 2x, I get 6x minus 6 equal to 180. I would add 6 to both sides, get 6x equals 186. Divide by 6. So I'll get, for my x value, 31. Okay, and here is where I'm going to check my work. If x is 31, I did 4 times 31. That gave me this angle was 124. And then I did 2 times 31 minus 6, and that gave me 56 for this angle. And then if I add them together, I see that 124 plus 56 is in fact 180. Okay, the second property that we're going to use, and this is to find y, is that the opposite sides of a parallelogram, so the sides across from each other, the opposite sides are congruent. So y plus 8 would equal 5y. I'm going to go ahead and subtract y from both sides. So I get 8 equals 4y. Then I would divide by 4. 8 divided by 4 gives me 2. And the math is easy on this one. I'm not going to use the calculator. 5 times 2 is 10, and 2 plus 8 is also 10. So I know that I've done the math correctly. Okay, the next property that I want to work with is the fact that diagonals in a parallelogram bisect each other. So that means that this is the midpoint, meaning that these two segments are congruent. So in order to find z, if this is a parallelogram, which it says it is, we would set these two segments, 3z minus 4 equal to z plus 5. We would set these two segments equal to each other. Okay, my first step, I'm going to go ahead and add 4 to both sides. So I get 3z equals z plus 9. I would subtract z from both sides. So I get 2z equals 9. Then I would divide by 2 on both sides. So I get z is 4.5. And so I came into my calculator to substitute the 4.5 back in as z, and I got 9.5 for this segment and then 9.5 for the other segment. So I know that I solved for my z correctly. Okay, so you will need to take a minute to draw this picture and write the example down, and you're going to try this one on your own. We're going to look for the value of a and the value of b. Take a minute to pause the video, solve for a and b, check your answer, and see if you get the same thing as I do. Okay, you should get that a is equal to 9 and b is equal to 8. If you did not get either of those answers, raise your hand and let me know. Okay, so the last example that I'm going to have you try on your own is to find x, and you'll notice that we are given a pair of opposite angles, J and L, and these are also consecutive interior. So you can use either opposite angles in a parallelogram are congruent, you can use that property, or you can use that same side interior angles are supplementary. So either way that you want to, go ahead and pause the video, solve for x, see if you get the same answer as I do. Okay, so x is going to equal 38. If you did not get that, raise your hand and let me know. Then that will go ahead and conclude our video. Nice and easy today. However, the hardest part is that you have to memorize your properties, and you have to be able to identify them in any given parallelogram.